A man and a woman walked into the restaurant last night, and the man almost shoulder charged the young waiter. They walked straight in, straight to one of the tables inside the restaurant, and held out his hand to the boss. Shook his hand, both of them shook the boss's hand. Introduced themselves as tax inspectors. The tax inspectors then proceeded to sit down at the table and wait for the boss to bring the documents, which must be in a drawer, on hand, 24/7. They then proceeded to stare at all the documents, all the health books, all the information that they needed to see, and basically after they'd done that, they sat there for 4 hours watching television. There's television inside the restaurant. So they watched television, absolutely no idea what they were watching, but because all three of the waiters and waitresses and the owner and the kitchen staff, none of them barely said a word all night. It was pure bliss. Not a single word. There was a few less customers last night than normal. I don't know why, but it doesn't really matter. But so now, as far as I know, I think what they were waiting for was the end of the day to get the final total on the computer of how much has gone through the till and compare it with how much money is in the wallet of each of the waitressing staff. Ellie kept coming to me and giving me $1 lev, $2, $5 lev, $5. She kept coming to me, giving me small amounts of money. And then it turns out, at the end of the night, as soon as the computer had been tallied up, they just took the total amount and left. They weren't even interested of how much had been, how much money were in the wallets of the staff, because if you've actually got too much money in your wallet, then you have to go to court, because, well, you've got money from games that you can't explain. So, really weird. We had a delivery from the drinks company yesterday, so it all gets put onto the pavement, and once it's all been checked, it gets taken into the restaurant. So what happens is, I tend to carry everything in while one of the other members of staff are checking on the list if everything's there. So there I am carrying it in, and I put it at the top of the steps, near to the bar, put everything inside first, and then I'll sort out where it's got to go. I sorted out everything except for one small crate, and it was a crate of soda water, the small bottles, 200 millilitres maybe. So it's only a small bottle, like the smallest glass bottle of Coca-Cola you can get. Oh, I said a brand name. So anyway, so I had one crate left. I picked it up, and what I didn't realise is, you know, the arse that I work with, he was over by the kitchen hatch where you receive your food. I didn't realise he was actually there. I didn't realise he was waiting for something. I didn't realise he was actually picking something up ready to leave to go into the restaurant. And what I did was I picked up the crate, brought it to where the crate needs to go. I bent down, putting the crate in position, and as I put it down in position, brought my head back up. And as I was bringing my head back up, he'd already picked up his plate. He was moving round to the left, and as he moved round to the left, his elbow collided with the top of my head. Boom! The soup in the bowl, which was piping hot, continued to move. Its momentum came out of the bowl, landed onto his hand and his wrist, scalded him, burnt the get. So that was a wonderful thing to happen. He burnt himself. I did no more than to say absolutely nothing. I didn't look at him. I said, put the plate down, in English. His face was fuming, but only fuming because he burnt himself. I walked away, sat down, started watching telly, and didn't mention anything. Now here in Bulgaria we don't have accident books and nothing like that. You know, you can lose your leg and basically you can't do anything about it. So that was really funny. I absolutely loved it. It was great that he got scalded.